Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com, doing a trading strategy recap for Wednesday the 3rd of June. And today was another good day in the markets. Today we had two trades and pulled 4.25 points out. Let's get into what we actually did. The market did jump up a little bit. Actually, it opened up here, came up, sold off rather abruptly, and then it started to come up a little bit more. We ended up taking a short right up here and taking profit at the bottom of this bar. Then price did come up, it came down again, and then it started to move up. We were watching it, didn't really see an entry, didn't see anything that really allowed us to get in, so we just waited. There's absolutely nothing wrong with waiting in the market. And if this website does anything at all, it should at least show you that, patience is rewarded. Because I don't make many trades a day. We made two trades today in the trading room. So we average about 2 to 3 trades per day. It's not a lot. In a 2.5 hour period, not a lot at all. I've seen people make way more trades, and when I first started trading, I killed that average. I probably averaged 50 trades a day or something like that. It was something crazy. When I first got into trading, I didn't know what in the world I was doing, and it was pretty apparent. My broker was my friend, but that's understandable. He was making out on commission. But I don't make a lot of trades a day. I do that on purpose. Because there's no reason to make a lot of trades. Unless the market's just going in your favor very, very well, where you can make 4 to 6 trades and make over 10 points. So you're making enough money to where, commission doesn't matter. And commission's so minimal anyway, it doesn't really matter. But, you can make commission a factor if you're making 50 trades a day and breaking even or something like that. Like I was when I first started trading. It was pretty horrible. But I was getting off on the high that it gave me. People like to jump out of airplanes because they get a rush of endorphins. They get a high from doing it. And trading's the same way. Placing a lot of trades, you don't know what you're doing. You definitely don't have the mindset that you should have when you come into trading. And you get that high, that rush of endorphins, and your body starts to crave that over time. And that's what really helps build the negative mindsets that keeps traders from being professional. That's obviously one out of many factors, but since we're on the subject, that's one. So anyway, our first trade was that. Second trade, we ended up watching the market and getting long right here. And we ended up getting out as price starts to roll over. It hit our stop. We took profit right there. And then the market did chop around a little bit more. We were looking at this as, maybe getting in this short here, but we ended up, calling it off. It didn't come up as much as what I was looking for, and then it did come lower, and it was already almost 12 at that point. And, I'm not going to stick around in a trade that, that's around 12, just because, not everybody's going to stick around. If not everybody sticks around, it's not going to be counted. Sure, it'll be good for P&L and stuff, but I can just give people that trade and say, okay, we can make this trade and, this is what you're looking for. But anyway, that's what we did on the day. We were able to pull out 4.25 points. We can add it to the monthly total that's already really good. It's a decent amount for a month. It's a really good amount for a week. So we just want to be able to keep bobbing and weaving and, hopefully turn this week into a very phenomenal week. It would be really cool. One trade that I left off yesterday was our trade in Cracker Barrel. We talked about this, I believe it was last week when we got in on the 27th. It was the 27th last week. Let me look at the calendar. Okay, so it was probably Friday's video. But anyway, we were short some put spreads down here. As price bounced up yesterday, we ended up taking profit right in here, and we made 245% on our money. So not a bad trade at all. We were able to take profit there, and right now it's in a precarious position. We're gonna watch it for a few days. It might turn into another trade. If so, we'll take it. But like I was talking about, we err on the side of caution, err on the side of conservatism, because there's no reason to be crazy. We're trading for a business. We make our money through trading. And because of that, we want to be very meticulous with our trading. If a trade setup is there and it's like, okay, well, this is a setup, but the market's not really, looking like it's a good one. Should I take it? Should I not take it? Probably not. Like when this market came down here, was it a possible buy? Yes, it was. But it didn't look very good at all. I get this question a lot. Like, what do you mean you only take good setups? Shouldn't all of your setups be good? I'm like, no. Setups have different factors. You have a setup, which is, not to get too technical here, but, you have a couple setups that work for you. And you want to be able to take them, but some are going to be better than others. Just like if you have a great baseball player, let's say, for example, he could hit home runs very, very well. I guess we'll talk about Barry Bonds in, I guess, his final season or second final. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, he was like banging home runs left and right. He was doing really well. Depending on the pitcher, how they threw the ball, what they were doing, the way they held the body as they threw the ball, the way they held the ball as they threw it, what kind of pitch it was, what the catcher was doing, the way the wind was blowing, what Barry had going through his head, and there are a lot more factors than that involved. But that's just a few factors involved. So talking about, you only have good setups. You can't have a setup that can be both good and bad. And usually not. Usually it's either good or bad. But you can have the same setup in a less attractive environment, and it makes it a worse setup. And a lot of times it's just not a good one to take. Just like sometimes Barry Bonds would hit a home run, sometimes he would strike out, sometimes he would fly out, sometimes he would hit an RBI. The myriad factors involved are pretty crazy. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Hopefully it made some sense. I may have confused myself, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Comment section below. You can email me as well, support@abusinesswithtrading.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.